As you're searching for a new project and portfolio management solution, finding one that you can easily demonstrate the value for your team members that are being assigned the tasks, not just the project managers or the executive leadership team that's going to consume all this information, but the people that are actually doing the work. You need them to get on board with wanting to get into a new system and updating the status of their tasks and showing where they are with all the different, things that have been assigned to them. That's not always the easiest thing to do in other project management solutions. However, Moovila has created a highly valuable proposition for those team members so that they want to get in and they want to, update the status of their task, because there's data inside of the platform that helps them understand how much work has been assigned to them and what their capacity sort of limitation is, and combining not just the tasks within Moovila, but through integrations with their calendar, they can really get a sense for how many hours they're spending in meetings versus how many hours they have left to do this actual work. And if someone's trying to assign them more work, they have data to support a conversation with their manager to go, hey, I can't really take on this work. I don't have any more capacity until next Tuesday, for example. And a lot of the times people just say yes, and then they end up working a lot of overtime, and they just don't have the data to say no. No one wants to be a complainer, right? So being able to show your team members that, hey, getting into this system and actually updating the status of your tasks and helping the project managers is actually ultimately going to be a good thing for you, because they're not only is the project manager going to understand your capacity, you're going to understand your capacity. So I want to show you a couple different things that are going to create that value for those team members, starting in the task area within Moovila. So we can organize your team members' tasks in a variety of different ways. This is just one example in the dashboard area where when new tasks get assigned to them, there's this panel that they can select, pinning your acceptance. Here's essentially my inbox for the day of new work that's been assigned to me. I can click into that, really get a sense for what is this person asking me to do? What project is it a part of? Are there any attachments? When is it due? How long do I have to get this done? How many hours are they estimating it should take me to get this done? If I have any questions or I disagree with anything, I can communicate with the person that assigned it to me here. Then I can hit this accept button to show them that I saw what they asked me to do. And it's nice for them because now they know that you saw what they asked you to do, and you're telling them that you can get it done. So it's this virtual handshake. It happens through the platform. It helps promote accountability. And it also, eliminates all that over communication that can sometimes happen through email, where you assign someone some work through an email, they don't respond, you wonder if they saw it. Now you're, following back up with them, and things just slip through the cracks, right? So allowing the acceptance of work to happen through a platform really helps with that accountability and eliminates that over communication. But once they hit accept, it's going to pop up in one of these other panels, and just a very organized way so they can understand, hey, do I have anything that's overdue right now? What's coming due in the next 5 days? And they could change this time frame to the next 2 weeks, for example. And then how many tasks do I actually have on my plate right now, and organize it in a visual. They can even toggle back and forth between that visual and the underlying data and the tasks that are producing it. So there's a couple different areas here. I want to flip over to the calendar view, because what's nice about Moovila's calendar is that your team members can integrate their Outlook or Google calendars right in here. They can also set up their, work week, how many days they're working that week, what's the typical work day, how many hours did they take for a break, things of that nature. But once they set all that up and integrate their calendar, Moovila is going to mathematically prioritize all of their tasks around those meetings. Now, if I'm looking at Friday, for example, I've got 2 meetings that are coming off of my Outlook calendar, and then Moovila is going to layer in around those meetings the tasks that are part of all the different projects that I'm a part of, or maybe ad hoc tasks I have within the system as well. But it's going to put them in order and base it off of the priority. So is it a high priority task? Is it part of a high priority project? Is it a task that has a dependency relationship? Is it on the critical path within that project? Or is it just a personal task that's not really connected to anything? So it's going to look at all of these different things to help layer it in on my calendar. I know we've all been guilty of starting our workday and sort of jotting down on a piece of paper the different things we know we're going to have to do for that day that might be part of different projects. And it's nice to cross off, the easy stuff first, but is that really the smartest way to go about your day? Not really, because you might have a high priority task that someone's waiting on you to get done. Mooville has already thought about that, right? And so that's where it's going to be the first thing that you need to really be working on when you log into your computer for that day. So the other thing is just thinking about my own capacity as a team member. How many hours am I spending on tasks that day versus, again, the hours that I'm going to spend in meetings? Am I in too many meetings? Is this going to help me go to my manager and go, listen, I don't have enough time to get all this work done that you're asking me to do because I'm in 5 meetings for the day. So you know that type of information is well presented. So if someone is asking me to get a report done for them by Friday, most of the time, like I said earlier, hey, I'll say yes, I'll try to get it done. I'm working overtime. Geez, I'm just starting to feel burnt out, and I never say no. Well, here's where you have that data to go, listen, I would love to do this report for you, but I have 0 hours of time left available. I can't get it done by Friday. However, starting next week, I start to free up a little bit. I can start working on it on Wednesday. I can have it done for you by the end of the day on Wednesday, for example. And then I would add a task here, or they could assign it to me and it would add into my overall capacity. So just knowing when you can actually get things done, and adding it in there, whether it's an ad hoc report or it's, part of a project, just being able to understand the data around your own capacity there's so much value in that for your team members. So Moovila definitely has the capability to easily, show that value so that they're wanting to get into the system, they're wanting to see their own capacity, and they're going to be updating their tasks for you, for the project manager, so that you can continue to keep things on track. So I thought this would be helpful. Let me know if you have any questions. Would be more than happy to set up some time and dive in a little bit deeper.